Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
Go back to the old school triple lane.
Yeah. And without as much protection on the top side, can make things a little bit bothersome, as Delight is just being annoying here. Takes a buckler to the noggin. Is okay, let's see whether Zeus can survive this one. The flash out from Lahens, and the fully charged up turret is a bit dangerous, but it should get a little bit less excited, and there it is. First blood going over to Geo, and meanwhile, on the other side of the map, or in the middle of the map, there is a dead Ambessa. So immediate first blood going over to a kind of awkward spot. But Peanut, happy Christmas, going to be moving over towards these grubs now to see whether they can deny that feat of strength, as Geo going to get smashed into the wall, actually taking a lot of damage. Ignite coming down. No Steadfast presence was available, but the flash in, and Delight is just going to solo kill him, basically. I think that was like 1 or 2 autos from Viper, and otherwise it was all the Poppy. Yeah,
pretty rough, and honestly, Geo unfortunately uses both his sums. Delight really doesn't care about flashing. He has Hex Flash, you know, he just unlocked it.
Yeah, he actually, it's Poppy as well, like the ultimate Hex Flasher.
Yeah, Geo just in a poor position there, and Gideon gets 2 grubs and gets out, so he's kind of okay with that situation. But yeah, it feels like they kind of caught sleeping by Delight there on this point.
Yes, straight up. It was a very weird kill, because it just was like Delight found a heroic charge, and then they were like, oh, but it's just Poppy, he'll be fine. Wasn't fine, actually.
Yeah, and now
kind of died.
20 CS lead between the 80 carries, which is a large amount this early. And it's fortunate that Nongshim got that first kill on the Zhu, because if they didn't, this would be even more dire.
Well, Peanut is, you know, you were saying even more dire. I think this fits the category as the Nature's Grasp comes through. Oh, unfortunately, they both get caught. It's pick your poison as far as who you want to take down, but Delight is dead as the turret is going to take him out. And now Peanut is going to get revenge, but the turret is also getting revenge. And so I guess, Gio, welcome back to the game. Does see that ward, so Zeus with full information. Peanut nowhere in the vicinity. I think they're going to look for it. Vault Breaker to come through as Kingen throws down the ulti just to try and clear out some minions, but Gideon just going to die. Kingen also going to die on the other side, as we can see here. And Zeus says, what the heck are you doing, bro?
Yeah, so I guess Nongshim just not prepared for the fact
Gary's Aya moving into the mid game.
Yeah, is now 1,000 gold up.
Yes, he's now finally got there. Some grubbies being considered here by Nongshim, as well as Peanut going to move on over. Does find the Nature's Grasp, but the public execution into that back line. Peanut pretty tanky though, and now Viper is there to deliver the damage. Lahens going down lower and lower, and Fisher is basically out of the fight. The double knockup from Zekka as he dives forward. He's going to find another one, actually giving a double kill over to Viper, who's on 5. Remember, this guy hasn't died all season. Well, actually, no, since his first matchup against Gen G, but since their last matchup, he hasn't died.
4,000 gold deficit right now.
Yeah.
And half of that is between the 80 carries. And, you know...
2.2k.
Let's just amp it up. There's an extra...
exclaiming about the 1k, like, I feel 2.5 minutes ago.
There's an extra 400 gold.
Fully taken, as of course, we've got 3 grubs apiece, but it wasn't all in the same set of grubs. And Gideon is going to be able to secure this. So first Dragon going over to Nongshim. All right, there's a positive, because it means that, like, because it used to be that the top side of the screen was where all the bad stuff was happening, and the bottom side you can just ignore the other side, and it's fine. That teleport was actually hilarious as, okay, Zekka going hyper-aggressive, and there's Delight again! Geo able to get himself out of the way, but it's not good enough, and what the heck? This Poppy is still going! Decides he doesn't even need to press his keep his verdict button, because the damage had already been done. Blade of the Ruined King done, so the Yone is very frightening if he wasn't enough already. It's going to be out of turret secured by HLE. Peanut thought that he was needed, but he was actually kind of not. It might just be that this turret is given up, although Zekka can unbind the soul, look to clear out the wave. And it's going to be a tough one, as okay, there's a cease and desist as the public execution comes through. The flash out from Zekka, let's see whether... No, he's not going to stay alive. That is just a lot of commitment and a lot of damage as HLE looking to answer on the other side.
Yeah, a little bit overconfident. His ult came up literally 2 seconds after he died.
Oh, God.
So if he had that, maybe he could have gotten away, but yeah, the flash vial is really Gideon saying, I've had enough. I'm sick of your shenanigans. And they will be able to get a tower and an objective bounty out of this. Positives?
Yep, there is that. That is. They did lose an inner turret on the top side of the map. So maybe that goes against the positives, but you don't need to look at that. That's Gideon to the moon.
Racking up the bounty right now.
In the meantime, Viper is 2.9 thousand gold ahead.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's like a full item. And we can see that it is almost a full item that he has completed.
I feel like it's so... Woo! Those drive-by teleports.
That's so fun.
I feel like it's... oh, Peanut.
Peanut is just having some fighting. The rest of the team not fighting. As oh, hi Shelly, welcome. Didn't see you there, but she is going to be able to help take down that inner turret. And another one is going down on the bottom side of the map.
Peanut.
As Peanut could be... No, is he going to be in trouble? That's the question. As Viper's going to come on over. There's the flash out. Cease and desist will kill him, but Gideon's going to go down as well. And now the fight has really broken out. And Nongshim want nothing more of this. But the flash forward comes in, and Zeus says, no, 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 no. We are fighting. The all-out comes in, trades for the killer instinct, as Jiu's going to be able to try and do something here. Flashes. Oh, the Void Seek was almost enough, but another heroic charge is going to be the end of him as public execution, and somehow Zeus is still alive. Oh, get that. It needs to be back in the chat again. I know that we called for it before, and it filled up the chat, but it has to come back again. This Cassante is doing some Cassante things. Oh, God. Fisher couldn't do, he couldn't do any of his buttons because Zeus had another knockback. Oh, he can get that blood pedal.
Yes.
He can get that blood pedal. That's value.
That's the flank.
Oh, God, wait, maybe it's
coming
working. Maybe it's working. It's a TP over the wall from King in Lahens. He's turned up. I mean, Gideon's already dead. They dive in on top of Viper. A whole bunch of buttons are pressed, but he has the... Oh, he stole it! And he stole it! King and picks it up! And they managed to take down Viper there as well. The damage... They're getting Cassante! Oh, God, they're getting mega Cassante. But the Yone's dead, and the Cassante does finally actually die. And they don't really die themselves. So to keep his verdict, I think they're going to keep themselves alive. But man, Nongshim, the Noodles making
their
way
with it. That doesn't mean that the best use of your buff is just charge into the tower against Maokai Poppy and die.
And it's
I want to make that clear.
Okay, Kingen throws down the ulti. There's a public execution as they get underneath the turret. That's another cease and desist, and Viper is on the floor once again. Zeus is also dead as Delight, the next one on the chopping block. As Fisher, yeah, he's just going to be sent home. The ulti comes forward from Zeka, but doesn't find the target, which was Gideon. He's going to jump onto Jiu, though, and he is going to be sent home. As Lahens comes back, he really dies if he does go down. The anchor is going to be avoided. And Nongshim have brought this game back to within 2,000 gold.
I mean, they've gotten so much value out of this. You know, excusing that when Gideon and Lahens went to the tower and just died, the gank after that, the play after that, sorry, killing Viper without the ult, and Fisher, who had a very underwhelming and best of games.
If you get ult flashed and then public execution and then everything else in the kitchen sink, as Peanut's going to get engaged on one more time. Getting confirmation that Viper did actually have the ultimate and just didn't manage to press it.
Oh, well, Viper did have ult. So that's just a uncharacteristic misplay for the player who didn't die in the last series against KT.
Yep.
Just didn't press his ult there, got caught off guard. So Nongshim, though, they're now actually doing damage. I think there's a significant change to Peanut, at least. I'm not sure how much they're going to do to Zeus when he presses ult, but...
well, he did lose half of his health bar. And remember, whoever gets this next objective does get the feat.
He does that when he presses ult anyway, so is he... Yeah, I think if he loses the other half, that's when he's got to be concerned. But
HLE are looking a little bit frightened about how this one's going, as there's the ulti forward, giving Fisher a bit of his own medicine as a twisted advance to lock him in place. There are the feats going over, but HLE have taken down the mid laner, and they're looking for a Baron now as an opportunity.
Yeah, very weird to hit 25 minutes Baron spawn, and that's when feats come through. But
yeah,
now
Baron, and it is extraordinarily low. Teleport available for Zeka, and HLE need to get in here. It's down to 50% health. Voidseeker this time is going to miss, and now the teleport's coming in. The Baron's extremely low as Delight goes in. It is going to be the Baron secured by Nongshim, but the ulti into the backline from Zeka might be the end of Gideon. No, Blast Cone is going to make sure that that one does not happen, and they'll keep a few of these Barons alive, and maybe, if you're Nongshim, you're just saying it's kind of worth. I mean, it's still 1,000 gold.
Depends what HLE can do here, because it looks like the plan and take has been inhibitor tower, and I think if that goes down, he's starting to feel less okay.
I'm going to say that it's probably worth for HLE at this point in time, as taking this inhibitor going to provide them with a whole lot of strength in this lead up towards the next Dragon, and it'll lead up towards the next
Yeah,
Baron.
he will be hitting a lot. Viper does have the GA, and is starting to pick up some armor pen. I mean, there wasn't that much armor on the other side. Still want it, but going to be a much...
certainly getting thrown into the washing machine over and over again. And probably just wants to not let that wombo combo be the death of him every single... Yeah. Okay, in comes Zeus. And Gideon from over the wall. I think they know that it's a bit of a shaky peanut when it comes to the smites. So if Gideon can get in there and make them nervous, and it could be a tough one. He just flashes in! They dive on top of the Xayah, who does go down to the GA pretty immediately. And now Fisher's in amongst it. Kingen trying to get out of there. The problem is, Viper comes back alive. And then they threw their kitchen sink, and Viper said, I don't mind. That's actually okay. We'll take the objective.
Yeah, the GA buy really paying off there.
Yeah, I would say that like this is where you should probably have a look at the inventories. I don't know whether they would have made the same play, as that buffer was kind of cute, but Lance is still going to die. Viper going to be able to take down his ex-Griffin teammate on the bottom side of the map, and yeah, HLE just continue about their business.
I mean, do you want to play around the fact that Viper doesn't have that, but without Wild?
Yeah, then what's the point? That's a bit of a dangerous one, as, yep, there's the Keeper's Verdict from the Shadows, and Kingen's now out of the fight. That is going to be a free Baron, because they also had the Nature's Grasp just to make sure that no one could get in.
You know, I'm just not really sure what Gideon was doing there, specifically. As undesirable as possible for the buy, but there's still just not really a better target, unless Zeka massively misplays all his...
This turret is very dead.
Yeah, they're going for the long flank here.
Can they do that before the Nexus explodes? That's the big question, as even HLE are a bit confused about where Gideon is as he walks over the wards now. All right, charging up that Vault Breaker. Will be able to get in, but Delight just says, no, my friend, that is not going to happen. The ulti through from Zeka there as well. Blastcone's kind of frustrating, as now everyone's piling in. Viper goes golden, but he's in amongst so many bad guys, gets a big shield, and he has already ulted, but he kills two of them on his way out. It's Lehens that poetically gets the kill, but it is still the end of the game, as HLE will march down this bottom lane and look to take down the turrets.
You know, the miracle Arakan steal kept them in the game, but Nongshim just can't do enough. The peel available to HLE, they shut down the flank attempt from Gideon, and even though Viper does go down in the end, enough damage is done, and HLE will claim their first Nexus of the series.
Yep. You can see that, you know, the spirits were not too down on the side of Nongshim. Kingen having a bit of a giggle here. I think they knew that they were gifted another chance in this game. Didn't quite get there. Viper was, yeah, pretty absurdly powerful.